so this is what you will see when you open up Emoji Ink. The first thing you need to do is you need to choose an icon or an emoji. When you open this, it'll give you this quick reminder that to be able to get different emojis, all you have to do is press any key and it'll open up that library of emojis again. So I'm going to go ahead and close that. So in order to make your mark, you're literally just moving your mouse and clicking down to create the mark. If you want to change the size, there is a toggle down here which allows you to change the size that you are making. So if I want to make it bigger, I can make it bigger. If I didn't mean to do that, one thing I can do is I can go over here to the undo and I can take away the last couple moves that I did. If I've gone too far and I want to redo it, then I just hit that redo one. Now, if I want to make mine small, there is some limitations. For some reason, I don't know if it's on the Chromebook or on all computers. If I try to make it itty bitty, it does not work. So there is some sort of minimal size that you need to have it to be able to make it work. So just be aware that if it's not clicking, you just have to make it a little bit bigger to be able to do that. All right, so here it is. So the other way that you can make a mark is to click down and drag it. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so you can see it. So if I click and drag, you'll notice that it makes a line that basically stacks them up on top of each other. Notice because this is not a symmetrical image, if I go up, it's a different view. If I go to the side, it's slightly different. And if I go to this side, it's different. If I go really slow, you'll notice that it stacks up really closely. If I click and I move it fast, you'll get a little bit of break, or you'll have them not so close and not so stacked up. So you can kind of play with that. If you have emojis, and I'm going to change my emoji so you can see this. If you have emojis that have multiple colors, for example, when I do this, if I go this way, the last thing that's stacking up is that green. If I go this way, it's the red. If I come up and down, then I'm going to have those stripes. If I go diagonal, so you can see that it kind of, it's basically just creating layers and layers of layers of that emoji. So you have to think about when you're dragging it, what your effect is. If you're trying to get mostly green, if you're trying to get mostly red, whatever that is, you're looking for the ability to do that with the emoji that you choose and with the way in which you're drawing with it on your paper. So what I want to do next, I have to clear this out. So if you look up here, there's this little kind of paper and pencil icon. If I click this, it gives me the option to reload. What this is basically doing is it's erasing everything on my screen that I've already done. Now remember, if I'm erasing it all, this is not a Google document, so it's not actually saving anywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and reload so that I have that clean, fresh paper. All right, once I have that, again, you just need to click an icon. So I'm going to go ahead and click the circle one. I don't need this right now, so I can close it out. Now, what I want to show you down here is that you have these other icons. The one that is the camera is the one that I'm going to show you how to do now. If I hit this, I have the ability to pull in a picture. So if I want to try to draw something specific, I can try to draw something that already exists. So I'm going to take my Among Us character and I'm going to try to recreate this. So you can kind of see over here what icon I'm using and whether it's the right size. For this, because I don't need anything really, really small, this will be fine. In the end, I'm going to do the black outline on top of everything else. So I'm going to kind of, it gives me a little bit of a leeway to be a little bit messy. So if you look, I'm just going to start clicking and dragging to create the space that I want. Now, there are a couple things that I want you to see. One, I can hit the shift key and it will make the picture go away or hide. And then I can hit the shift key again and it will come back. The other is this toggle at the bottom that was added. What this does is it changes the transparency of the picture. So if I make it really intense, notice that I can't even see the emojis that I already have there. But I usually like to be in a little bit lighter where I can still tell the color changes, but I'm not, like, it's not so intense that I can't see the emojis. So now that I finished my red, I'm going to go ahead and keep going. Check this out. Now that I have my image pretty much set, I am going to save this. So the way that you save it is you right click and you're given two options. I'm going to save as, and it automatically saves to my files. So just like normal, if I check my launcher and I go to my files, if I go up to images, here is my downloaded image. So I'm going to go ahead and open that up. I'm going to go ahead and crop it so that I can get it down to where I actually wanted it. And now that I have that, I'm going to change the name. And then I'm going to hit done. And there is my finished Emoji Ink Among Us character. All right, have fun, guys.